See, these are these simple things that we are coming together on. We don't all simple. You're my hype person right here, for real. I'll be looking at you just to get guys like, what'd you say? What up? Hey, for real. These are simple things that we should all know. People are definitely more important than property. Is that right? Every single human life matters, even if they don't look like us. Am I right? That's like you're supposed to listen. You're supposed to learn that before you can even talk. You're supposed to learn that from my example before you can even talk. You understand me? It makes it a lot easier when our communities are diverse. But when I look around, I am seeing diversity. We just created our own community right here. Make some noise. This is what this is about.
Here,
and I'm gonna say this
pulled
again,
out the most.
Whose lives matter? I'm gonna say this again. I keep on talking about political correctness in that movement. I have appreciation for what it has done to make it so that a lot of bigots don't think it's an okay place to just go on with their bigotry. Am I right? Am I right? It has taught a lot of lessons. It has. Am I right or am I right? But we need the next movement after the PC movement. We don't need PC police just starting shit up and turning shit up and getting us against each other. We don't need that. We need to bring it together, and this is the movement of education. Say that again. Education. Make some noise. Fuck it. Make some noise. Now, instead of turning around and slapping the shit out of people that are ignorant, instead of saying, shut the fuck up, you bitch, instead of saying things like that, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? You understand me? These are white allies. And I swear to God, I am looking forward to the day that I don't even call this nigga white anymore. You understand me? My friends that have gone through the test, and I've seen them turn in their white card or use their white card for black people and other people of color. My friends that have shown me day in and day out that they don't just turn it off and on unless it's for us, unless it's for other minorities. My friends that have shown me that they are really here, they're really allies. I don't even call them white anymore. I call them pale pink. You understand me? I cannot wait till that's not even a thing. Because you understand, I'm gonna break this down real quick. Every time that we say white people, we're feeding into this club, and this little club that is not inclusive, that you can only belong to if you're white, pristine, white, perfect, white, clean, white magic is the magic that's not bad. Black magic is the magic that's evil and bad. Am I right? That's not right though, is it? No, it's not. We need to be careful. We need to be mindful. 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 We need to listen to what our words say. We need to listen to the words that they put on us. What do they say in the news? They call us thugs. They call us thugs. I don't see no thugs here. I don't see any thugs. The president's a thug. And they are. We don't even need. We'll move in silence with them. I'm not even talking to them niggas.
Just to be clear, guys, everyone in these protests you're seeing in these videos is breaching the curfew. They're all breaking the law, and they're all working for Soros, and they're probably, most of them are being paid to do this.
Listen. So pretty much back in the day, you had all kinds of people from different countries. And then pretty much America is like an experiment. It sent some people out here, they're like, well, fuck it, go ahead and see what you got there, right? They went over here, we know what happened. They fucked up a lot of shit. They killed a lot of Native American brothers and sisters. They killed almost all of them. Genocide. They burnt them down. They raped, they pillaged, they burnt everything, they burnt the whole city down. They took it away, you understand me? But then what they did was, they tried to make America into a place that was great for them. So when we say America, when they say make America great again, That is the most disgusting thing I've heard in a long time. The most ironic, audacious, the most disrespectful, condescending, gross thing I've ever heard in a long time. Anyways, now they started this up, and so now America was going kind of.
Okay, let me get this straight. Make America Great Again is disrespectful to Americans. You know, and they cheer. It just shows what a bunch of absolute losers are actually attending this.
Country are white. We should be able to become Americans because we are white. We should be considered white. And some people slipped in. Some of our Italian brothers and sisters slipped in. Some Arabs, yes, some Arabs slipped in. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. They considered some Arabs white. They did. It's crazy. You look at these stories and you look at these pictures and they show like big Arab families and they were like, okay, we'll consider you white. I'm sure that there was some kind of money that went down to make that happen. Am I right or am I right? They had to go to come up here. They had to go to the court to prove their whiteness. Step up here. They had to go to the court to prove their whiteness, even though they were not white at all. It is a club. It is a club. It's not a real thing. It's not a real thing at all. Please talk on this real quick. And then we'll pass it back and forth. We'll tag team this one. Make some noise, y'all. We're about to tag team this one, huh?
For a long time, whiteness meant American. A lot of Arabs had to come and fight in courts to prove that they're white so they can get citizenship. They could not have gotten citizenship
Bring the mic closer.
Proving their whiteness. And so now today, in the census, Middle Eastern and Arab is considered white. We're not treated white. Well, they call us white because back then you had to be white to get a citizenship. That's it. Black Lives Matter!
Now listen. Is that fucked up? Is that fucked up? Now that does not mean that my sister right here, I don't even know what you are. But that does not
I do apologize for the language, but these are a bunch of losers.
go through difficulties, struggles, oppression. We all saw 9/11, did we not? Did we not? Did we fucking not? Disgusting. 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 That's why we're not here to compare plights. They do not like any of us. They do not like any of us standing here. They do not like any of us. But we stand for all of us. We stand for all of us. Check. Where's that thing? Where's that megaphone at, y'all? We stand for all of us. Check. Yeah, go check the mic and see what. We stand for all of us. This is 2020. When you have an issue, I have an issue. When you have an issue, I have an issue. When you have an issue, I have an issue. That is the way that they back down the steam and they make it so that we don't go further. Hold this Clorox thing. Hold this Clorox thing for me. Hold it, please. Hold it for me, somebody. That is the way that we break us down. They break us down. Because when
This is very serious, guys. I'll be running live streams tomorrow here in Australia. Black Lives Matter are trying to run a huge protest in Sydney, which has been shut down. And of course, you can imagine what that means. They're going to be playing the victim. So, the reason it's been shut down is because New South Wales has a coronavirus problem, doesn't it? And it has a lockdown situations which they're trying to breach because of George Floyd and Black Lives Matter. It's absolutely ridiculous. As I say, we'll be covering this on the Loving Life main channel tomorrow on Saturday. That's Australian time.
The only way that we keep this and we don't let it fizzle out. And I'm gonna break this down. One of the reasons why it fizzles out is that we have an issue and then someone else has some crazy issue. And then, let's say they come out to support us, but when their issue comes around, we don't go support them. And then they feel disgruntled. They feel upset that they came out to support us. Now, I've seen people out here, and they would still come out to support us because they understand whose lives matter. Whose lives matter? So what I'm saying is, I'm not speaking that existence, because I know that all of y'all will still come out no matter what. Because you understand what an injustice is. And you understand when a people group has been oppressed for hundreds and hundreds of years. You understand. You understand that there is no wrong way to protest. You understand when there's no wrong way to protest. But we are here together in unity, and that is beautiful. And I want us to keep that unity. How many days out of the week?
Every day.
How many?
Every day.
How many?
Every day.
And every day I want us to have conversations. Like I said, this is about education now.
You're listening to a bunch of indoctrinated kids. That's all it is.
But look here. This is every day, and every day that we communicate with each other. Instead of shunning people for doing things that we don't agree with, if it's within there, of course, if it's wrong, then we stop that. What do? If it's wrong, we stand up. If it's wrong, we stand up. What do? Stand up. What do?
Stand up.
What do?
Stand up.
Exactly. Let's let this brother speak. You got it?
How we doing tonight? I want to make something very apparent. My voice is a little loud, but you will never have to know my name. You will never have to chant my name. Look at me. Listen to me. You can guess where I probably came from. I got a little twang in my voice. I didn't have a conversation with a black man until I was a man myself. But I'm ashamed of that. I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you that I'm chasing shield.
For those who are just joining us, this is happening in the United States of America right now. This is live, late as it is in America. It's mainly West Coast. You can see Portland, Oregon. You can see this is Seattle and the mainstream where you can hear the voice. And this is absolutely disgusting.
Yo, I want y'all to understand how important that was. Like, serious, can y'all hear me for a second? I'm just gonna bring it down like this. I want y'all to understand how important that was. I've been to some places in some rooms, and we all make mistakes. We do. We all try different methods, and I'm not even saying to each his own. We all do different things, but I've been in a lot of rooms where a lot of us wouldn't have let him speak. We would have said, don't let him speak, black mouth speak, let white people sit down, right? That right there is so important. Do you guys understand you guys understand what percent of America is white? Quote unquote white. You understand? What percent? What percent? About 70, some almost 80%. Do you guys understand that? That is very important. We need white people to stand and to speak. Yes. And I don't want to be confusing them. Because on one place, sometimes we're saying, some people are saying, white people, be quiet, shut up. And then other times we're saying, white silence is violence. What the fuck is it? That's contradicting. Now, interrupting people.
They should support.
Interrupting people, I understand that, but that's just basic humanity. Don't interrupt people. That's disrespectful as shit. But once we start saying white people, we start dividing. You understand me? And we also start giving them power. We also start giving power to the people who are actually taking the fullest advantage of white privilege, and that's the 1% up there. They don't even give a fuck about my brother right here at all. They don't give a fuck about him. You understand me? And it's crazy too, because they don't give a fuck about him. They give less fucks about us because it's more convenient, because they know if they set things up so it doesn't give a fuck about her, then it's definitely not going to touch anything that looks even close to their son. But they don't give a fuck about him either. That's why we're here together. And we need all of our voices. All of our voices are powerful. We saw our person over here that got up here, and he said he didn't want to speak, or I'm not sure what pronoun he goes by.
For those who just joining us, this is live in Seattle, in Washington, which is on the west coast of the USA, i.e. the last place to go dark in the United States of America. It's late at night, but the protesters are still out there, and that's what we're listening to.
He left himself wide open for criticism. He got up here and he said that he had never met a black person until he was an adult. Is that what you said? Until he was a man, he said. Do you guys understand that? This is the type of ignorance that I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about ignorance in the negative sense. I'm talking about the lack of knowledge. Just when you have the lack of experience. When you live somewhere and you have never seen these people over here that people are talking about and showing you movies of. They're showing you movies of these people looking like thugs. Or showing you on the news and they're saying these thugs are doing this or these thugs are doing that. That's the only reference that you have. We need to give people a chance to understand and to see how beautiful, how lovely, how loving that we are. Don't lose that hope, y'all. Do you guys understand? So we talked about educating, right? So that means that all of us are teachers. Am I right or am I right? Now tell me this. What does a jaded teacher look like? Fucked up. Who is that a teacher that is jaded? Who has grown up with a teacher that's jaded? Put your hands in the air.
Do apologize for the language, but it kind of describes the caliber of the people who are involved in these protests.
We need to not let that happen. We cannot be jaded. We need to be patient and teach and educate. And if we don't have the words or we're too angry to form those words, then we need to pass them off to someone else that can educate them. You know what, the other day? Make some noise for that. Make some noise. That's the pleasure. The other day, I was responding to so many people that I just didn't even have the time. Somebody got on my feed and said something racist, and I just hit it to the group there, and I said, yo, go speak to this person. They went and spoke to him. The person changed their mind, and they admitted that they were wrong. You understand me? We're dealing with ignorance. We're dealing with ignorance and propaganda. Am I right or am I right? He said we need Malcolm X. Malcolm X is dead.
Yeah, okay, we need it right now. I revived him. He's alive right up to this day. He's alive to this day. He's alive to this day. He ain't never dead.
Say that then. Say it then.
How did he do this shit?
We need Malcolm X.
Yeah, Malcolm X.
We need MLK.
No.
We need all that.
Malcolm X right now.
Because we need unity.
No, we need Malcolm X. We need X.
We need us. We need us.
Hey, I need Malcolm X.
Really, you chill
I need
out.
Malcolm X.
That's not what Malcolm X would do. He was a very, very smart individual.
No, are you serious?
There's a time and a place.
Are you serious? Are you serious? We need Malcolm X. We need.
What are we here for, y'all?
We need Malcolm X.
What are we here for, y'all?
We need Malcolm X. Nigga. We need Malcolm X.
Okay, I agree with you, brother. I agree with you, but you need to chill out. Okay, that's cool, but you need to chill out around me. And where's my thing at?
This guy is totally stoned on the floor. You can see it.
Please just move him out here right now. Much love, brother. Much love, but please. Stop talking and do. Stop talking and do. And stop snitching on yourself. Stop snitching on yourself. Much love. Make some love, y'all. Make some noise. No, just hold it again. Yeah, we're all set. I got control. Hey, we're all here unified, so we need to stop with that energy and get out of his space. We got cameras around here, and that's not what we're trying to show right now. Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? Whose lives matter? I hear what he's saying, dude. We're on a different vibe right now. Go ahead, here you go. Let me talk to him. Listen.
That brother's frustration is valid.
Don't disrespect me when I'm speaking to you.
Valid.
Listen.
His pain is valid. Say valid. Valid. Valid.
How is us tearing down each other publicly going to help?
It is so hard to approach this system
to approach these pains, to approach these moments. It is so hard. It is so hard to step up. It is so hard to be strong in these moments. It is so hard to know that your beliefs are heard. It is so hard.
Can you believe this is America?
Hard.
It's extraordinary.
Hard. Hard. I'm not devaluing this brother at all. There's no but to that sentence. There is no, but I know there is no, but this is what I think.
You know, if you're not a racist, all lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter. So everybody who's saying Black Lives Matter is a racist.
Sure. Well, it's the drumming, because obviously that's a little different.
Okay, let's go up on this little elevated thingy right here, so you can see that line. And then when you step out, that was for Joey. Something good plan?
Huh?
We got some.
What? A good plan?
Yeah. Sorry, do you want me to go this way?
Yeah, you step off that way.
Okay.
And then I'll turn back.
Don't trip. Steps worry me when we're stepping backwards and stuff. Are you alright? Alright. Okay. Yeah. I wish they'd do their fun drumming again. This is just, I like that other drumming.
Just for the record, the time right now in Portland and Seattle, which is where you're actually watching the video, is close to 11:30 p.m. The curfew went in at 9 p.m. So everybody out in the streets here is illegally protesting.
Okay. Got it. All right. Got it.
I don't say this to him, but the reason why I say this is because he has been documenting all of this, just as we all have that ability, okay? We have phones that are way too smart for our own good. And we gotta do something with them, okay? So we have platforms. We have Instagram, we have Twitter, we have the information. We need to use it. My brother JP. We got children a single black father. The
Okay, 1 minute.
community stepped up and they supported him. They said that his life mattered. His life mattered. The people made that happen.
Please guys, remember to subscribe to this channel to be kept
He has a
informed.
link in his bio to donate. All of those funds go directly towards black people. That is what we need to focus on. We are here for a reason. We are here for so much more than just 4 mugshots, am I right?
Hey, am I right?
Oh, you're fine. I
Just 4 mugshots, am I right? I'm done waiting for somebody's face to pop up on my Instagram to feel like something happened.
Oh, okay, well, that's all bad. All right. I didn't want to have to.
Yep. What he just said is we need us. Say we need us. We need us to stand up for us. For black lives. For black people. For black mothers. For black children. For black trans lives. For our lives. Because black lives matter.
That's Black Lives Matter.
Make some noise.
Make some noise. Hey, y'all, this is what this is all about. When I came out here with my Tesla, decided to have everybody jumping up and down on it, and I brought my spinner van and this whole get up with this shit and this mic that was loud enough to project even small voices, even the smallest of voices. That was the plan of that. And that's the most eyes I'm gonna say right there. Because the whole point was that we wanted to be able to hear all of our voices. You understand me? Because when we have this dialogue, we understand that most of us are more in agreement than we are in disagreements. Am I right or am I right? Now my brother right over here, his name is Dese. Dese. That's your name, Dese? He has something that he wanted to say. He has a lot of pain that he's going through. Dese, you want to say it yourself or do you want me to say what you want? Come on, come on. We need to listen to all the voices and all the problems when we're trying to find these solutions. You understand me? So we give respect.
Thank you. I was locked down since Friday.
Speak louder.
I was non-violently out there and got beat, maced, and arrested with no charges.
Try and speak it louder, a little
The
closer.
reason why I'm out here again and why I'm not afraid is because I see you all out here, and I'm so grateful that I can come back out and not feel like they're gonna grab me again, because that's what they did.
We've been holding it down. We've been holding it down. We got you.
So first off, thank you. Thank you so much for showing up all across the country and showing up and doing what needs to be done right now. But more needs to be done. And the main thing is, when that man came, he was in pain and I came up behind him because I understood his pain. Right now, to be told, and it's just not even a difference of opinion, it's just a difference in perspective. I'm a professor of history. I teach history. And this is the thing.
Say that.
I don't have time right now to teach white people. I am in pain right now. You have Google. You have...
Did you hear that? To teach white people.
Do it
What the
yourself.
heck? How racist
Do it
is
for
that?
each other. Don't ask me. Don't ask my brothers. Don't ask my sisters right now. If they have the capacity, they will help you. But if they don't, just go around asking us. Because we are in pain. Please handle it. It's time for y'all to step up and keep stepping up. Thank you.
But what was your name, brother?
Dese.
Y'all make some noise for
Yes,
that,
sir.
please. Come on now. I was having a conversation the other day and someone said, it is unacceptable to put black people through trauma again and make them suffer because white people are too lazy to do the work. It is unacceptable to force people who are trying to live their lives, who are trying to continue.
Can you believe that white people watching this are putting their fists in the air in support and clapping? I mean, they must be totally brain dead. I guess they're all druggies. That's why they're up so late at night.
I don't got time for it. I really don't got time for it. What I do have time for is to listen to my brothers and sisters with what they have to say. Make some noise.
Yeah!
What this brother right here has done today, and what this brother has done for the past week, he has given us a platform. He has strived for better every single day. He has thrived. He has stepped out on these lines. He has been here. He has led. He has listened. He has followed. He has supported. And that is what we are asking every single one of you to do every single day. Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
We fight.
We fight.
Every day.
Every day.
We stand.
We stand.
Every day.
Every day.
Black lives
Black lives
matter.
matter.
Let my sister speak on it.
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Awesome. So my name is Mary. You don't really have to know my name, but I stand here as a frustrated black woman and a black person. I am tired of our politicians working for corporations and not caring about the taxpayers. The most powerful person in the country is a taxpayer. And we have not seen our senators, Maria Consuelo, Patty Murray, they have not addressed us. What a shame. Is there any camera from the media? Write this message. Reach them tonight. What a shame. You will not come and speak to the voters that put you in power. We need to hear from you. Black lives matter. 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 No more dead. No more dead. No more dead. No more dead. Thank you, everybody.
Okay guys, all this excitement about Black Lives Matter. What about the white farmers who are being killed every week in South Africa? The genocide that is going on. Doesn't rate a mention in the mainstream media, but this, what you're seeing now, will be big news tomorrow in the United States of America. This is how fake mainstream media are.
Today I just had an hour and a half conversation with a lady that came out and tried to tell me about her getting sexually assaulted by an officer. And I had to be careful with my conversation. I said, are you sure that you want to speak on this? I don't want to trigger anything or bring anything up. She said, I'm strong right now. I've been through enough and I want to speak on it. So that's where it comes to communication. Me, sometimes I got a little time for white folk. I do. I actually do have some time. But I will tell you this ain't, he ain't got no time for that. A lot of my other brothers are here don't have no time. He said, I got time. He got time. The reason why I have time is not because I don't stand with my brother. I agree exactly, because it's trauma that we're dealing with. Just like I said, this lady I was speaking to, she told me that she had time, and not only did she have time, she wanted to speak to me because she knows I'm a man, and she wanted to make sure that the narrative came from her mouth and not Google. You understand me? But that was her prerogative. Now he's a smart man. That's his prerogative. We respect each other. I respect this man with everything I got in my body. We had a disagreement at the start, and then look at that. We don't. That's my brother. He got my number now. For real. Make some noise. There are some things that I say I don't want to fucking talk about it anymore. And some days I do say I don't want to talk about it anymore. Today. There are some days where I'm talking to one of my white brothers and he's trying to ask me a question. I say I don't want to talk about it right now. There are days like that. So for me, just ask me. So for the other thing is that I come from an ask culture, not a guess culture. This nigga just told you how the fuck he feels. He probably don't even like being called a nigga, do you? He said call that nigga a nigga? Alright, cool. Anyways, this nigga just came up here and told you. He said, I don't like that. You understand me? We need to speak and speak out. If you say I don't like that, now I know that. Now we can have a conversation. Easy money. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm telling you, I'm letting you know, it's public news. You can put it on Twitter. Raz talks to white folks. Hashtag. I'm gonna take the L for y'all. I'll be the sacrificial lamb for y'all. When your lungs get tired, I got you. But yeah, because for me, it's like just for a fact check. You know what I mean? Like, What if a white folks said, oh, I got you. I hit up Google, I got you. I got y'all. I can speak up now. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Because white silence is violence. So he's like, I'm going to hit Google and I got you now. You know what I'm saying? So you need to have those conversations. Don't guess. You can ask me. You can ask me anything. As long as you ask me respectfully, you can ask me anything. You know what I'm saying? But we respect each other. And this man just made it easy for you. He lets you know where he's standing. He lets you know how he's rocking. He didn't say nothing about no hate. And he said he appreciates all y'all being out here. But he ain't got time for that. Make some noise. As simple as that. What we got? Oh, is my sister. He's an interview sir. Oh, and then my sister got to talk. This got 2 seconds. He's trying to tell us something about medics real quick.
All right, check out. I appreciate everybody being out here. Everybody coming out, protesting, getting their supplies and stuff right now. Everybody donating their time, their money, everything you got. Right now, we have a lot of supplies. And what we appreciate right now is your time. Time is also a supply. Like he was speaking about time earlier. It's a commodity and it's necessary and it's needed right now. The volunteers that have been out here with the medics, people passing out food, people giving out water, even the protesters up front. Some of them have been out here all night long. They're tired. I'm tired. I've been at this for 4 days. My homie's streaming. They've been out here 4 days. Converge Media, the people up there, Jessica Frost, Brandon Frost, Ethan Jack in the back. Everybody showing what's going on 24 hours a day, keeping those live streams up.
Oh man, microphone. Check it. Keep talking.
Check. We need your time. So I went around, I made sure people called for relief. So I went around and I put sign-up sheets. The medics behind here, behind Rancho Bravo, they have sign-up sheets for your time. The medics down here at this end of the field where the blue's at, they need your time. If you don't have any skills, you can sit down in a chair. Vermilion, supply chain, they're connecting all y'all. You need anything? They need 10 minutes. They have families, okay? They have jobs. These doctors that are out here helping the injured, they have to go to the emergency room and work. So if you guys, people are asking you what they can do to help send money, we need your time. It is. But please.
I just want to make one observation here about how selfish everybody that you're looking at now is. There is no social distancing. There's a huge problem with the coronavirus in America, and the most vulnerable are the elderly. And all of these people you see here, or most of these people you see here, would have elderly parents or relatives that they would visit. Now, young people like this are asymptomatic. In other words, they can carry the coronavirus and it's not going to impact them in any noticeable way. But they can clearly and easily pass this coronavirus onto their elderly family. And here they are, totally going against all social distancing regulations, abusing the curfew. You've got a bunch of selfish morons that you're looking at right now. That's my own perspective.
And so I'm gonna take up a little time and talk to y'all.
Speak.
Because I think we need it. So I just want to gauge the crowd real quick. How many of you here have children? Raise your hand. Okay, that's what I expected. I got two sons. I'm 31 years old. I had my first son when I was 18 and then, I was 19 then turned 20 a month later. Okay, so I've been a mom for a long time. But I'm glad we have individuals out here who don't have children, because there's a lot of pressure in society, especially on that feminine energy, to reproduce, to bring more kids in the world by a certain time. I just told you I've been a mom for 11 years, okay? My mom had me when she was 15 years old and she turned 16 a month later, okay? We have a lot of work to do before we bring more life into this world. Feminine energy I'm talking to you, we have a lot of healing to do. Generational trauma. Pain that started back in slavery, okay? So that's why what we're doing out here is so important, why this platform is so important. If you're feeling that pressure to have kids, let that go. There are children in this country specifically. I like to focus on this country's issues. Because we know that the world is trouble, but I like to focus on this country because I was born in Tacoma and raised in Seattle. I'm right here. I love it.
She is off topic, and the black community watching don't like it. You can hear that, can't you?
I live in the South End now.
No way, we need you. I touched on it yesterday, but yes, I love you.
I'm finishing my AA this fall with an emphasis on social justice and equity, okay? So I'm happy to be here speaking with you all. And I want to give y'all a mission, those of you who don't have children out here, which is the majority of you right now that is listening to me. There's kids out there that need your help in different ways. I work at a school. If you were here earlier, you may have heard me speak that. I work at St. Teresa's Catholic Academy over here in the CD, a neighborhood that was rapidly gentrified. St. Teresa's Catholic Academy has 160 students preschool to 8th grade. 90% students of color in a white institution. These kids need your help, and it's not just my school that I work at, it's all across this country. If you're looking for direction, think about education. And you don't necessarily have to be a teacher, but think about sharing your gifts, okay? You're in a place where you can share your gifts. I got my best friend over here. She helps me all the time with my kids. That's a real thing too. Your friends that do have kids, it takes a village. We need your help, and we're not always...
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
I have the hardest time asking for help. I have the hardest time asking.
I should just tell you guys that Portland, which is on the west coast, and you can see there's Portland on the west, on the left-hand side here, and then Seattle, which is in the same area but just north of Portland. They are completely leftist. This is the most leftist, libtard community in the USA. So when you consider there's something like 350 million Americans, and here you have probably 3,000 or 4,000 people out there because they are libtards, it certainly doesn't reflect the majority position on America. But this will be presented in the news by CNN, MSNBC, and the other media tomorrow as being the big news against Trump. This is how fake the mainstream media are.
They've done, and I'm not mad at all y'all out here, but those that have been in power, the elitists, the bourgeoisie, those are the ones I got a problem with. Okay? The other important part of this message I'm going to give you is, okay, we're going to focus on the healing a little bit, right? Because we know that there's a divide between females and males, right? There's been a lot of pain there, a lot of hurt there. We know as women we're not treated right. We're constantly subject to the male gaze. Constantly. And some of y'all men out there may not even know what we're talking about. Look it up, the male gaze. I would love to have a conversation with anybody after this as well. This is one of my favorite things to do, and I've never done no shit like this before, and it feels really good.
Make some noise.
The male gaze it means that we're subject to criticism constantly. We see it in the media. Our bodies are used to sell your things. We're looked at as things. And then what happens is, because we grow up in that, and it's everywhere, we see it on everything, we are constantly criticizing ourselves. And when we don't look like the image, that shit is hard. I spent a lot of time while I was raising a child trying to understand what exactly was going on in my own mind. I was a child raising a child. And a lot of us have been on that same journey. In order to heal, we have to love ourselves first. In order for us to fix that relationship with our male counterparts, ladies, and feminine identifying individuals, we have to work on ourselves. And one thing I'm going to share, because I've seen it, as I've been showing up to these things more and organizing with people, what I'm learning more and more is we have to give ourselves grace. You know what's been beautiful about this? The beautiful thing about this COVID has been that it's forced us all to stop and slow down. I don't know if anyone else is feeling that. But it's forcing us to stop, and hopefully you all are using this time, or we were using this time, because now we're out here, to reflect, okay? Spend some time with yourself and give yourself grace. If you feeling like you're tired, stop and take a break. If you just got your laundry done, celebrate. Yeah. Celebrate, because you got something done. I have to remind myself all the time, I have to give myself grace all the time, and I would just ask you all to do that for yourselves too. And as you continue to heal, share your growth with the people around you. We have to share stories. That's what I'm telling you, what I've told you about me now. There was times when I would never share my story. I wouldn't tell nobody that my mom was a teenager and she had me, okay? That I had a kid so young. But sharing our story, getting to know one another is a crucial part to how we heal. And here in Seattle, I know a lot of people think that we got the Seattle freeze. We're kind people. We're just trying to get through the rain. We're just trying to get through the rain. It's dark out here for long periods of time. But if you take them, if you actually engage with somebody who's not smiling, you might just find that that's a kind individual, and they'll smile at you once you do engage them. I'm not saying everybody, but I find that when I have these type of conversations with people, more and more and more over the years, I'm meeting like-minded individuals. People are on the same page. We're all here for the same reason. I'm gonna get off here now. But I want to say, keep coming back if you can. I've seen in just a day, just from yesterday, the growth of this. They organized, I don't know how they did this. I know I try to give as much as I can, but every single day is getting better. The things that I would like to see happen is that we got people over here in Cal Anderson Park, right? We need to have speakers doing just what I'm doing now, speaking on the issues. So I know a lot of people out here are looking for guidance and leadership, and I know we have a lot of light pink allies out here who know their heart's calling them here, spirit's telling them to be here, but they don't quite understand the issue, and that's okay. So it's our job as organizers from this city, 206 is all up in here, people who are from here, we're coming together. It's our duty, and we're taking it seriously, and we're doing it in real time to create that space. So keep coming back. We want to get our I don't know if DJ Love Jones is still out here, but the DJs, we're trying to get music out here, so it's a whole vibe. Because here's the thing too, it's the last thing I'm going to say. Right now, I think we've seen 10,000 people max. On our best day, it's been 10,000. Remember when they were doing this in the civil rights movements, it was like 100,000, right? So we're not quite there, and we have to get ready for the long haul. Okay, so keep coming back. When you leave here, I see a lot of y'all. Throw it up. That's my favorite. Tell your friends that we're working on it. Those who are feeling fearful, tell them that it's been nothing but love. It's been all love. I try to speak in positive affirmations. It's been all love. We're gonna keep getting better. All love. And remember that if they're feeling fearful, there's a role for everybody here, okay? You don't have to be on the front line, but if you're ready to be, we need you there. You don't have to do a march, but if you're ready to, we need you to be there. If you just want to come get educated, it's coming, okay? If you have connections, touch base with me after this. I want to help bring your gifts to this as well, especially if you're from the town. Now is your time to step up. Thank you all so much. Great work today, everybody. Thank you all for coming up to the front too.
Y'all give it up for Nadia. Hey, listen, I want to tell all you black women something today.
Thank you, Knox.
I've heard all kind of like crazy ass ideas, right? About like, no, there's real shit, colorism, light and dark and all that. I just want to tell you, no matter what color you are, I love all you black women. I love you all equally. Y'all are all beautiful, okay? We gotta stand by our black women because our black women been the ones that had our back through it all. When we got taken away from our families, they did it all. They were the mama and the daddy. So you gotta give it all back to black women. Mama. Right? Right. Now look, I'm gonna tell y'all what I said earlier. It's real as fuck. I don't know why this shit.
When it points that way, you gotta kind of point it some other place.
There's only one thing that's never gonna stop, and that's time. Time's the only thing that don't pause. You pause it on a TV show, but it's not in real time. In real time, it keeps going, it keeps moving, it keeps going, right? That's the only thing that'll never stop. Racism will stop. And the time is now.
When's the time?
When's the time? And when we gonna do it? And we're gonna be out here when? Every day! Shout out to all the women that are going through all kind of emotional traumas that us men don't even take the time out to think about. You never know how much it gets to you till you meet somebody that it really matters everything. You see what I'm saying? Black women are so important. And they go through so much. And sometimes we're so caught up in our own problems because we got to worry about being out here getting assassinated, right? Because it's not right. It's an assassination on our lives. So we're out here so worried about that and so consumed with that, we don't have time for our black women. Men, make time for your black women. Tell a black queen she's a black queen today. Tell a black queen that you love her today.
I love y'all.
We love y'all. Magic love y'all. A lot of people are scared of me. That's fine. I'm one of the most intelligent people in my circle.
We love you,
But you wouldn't know it if you judged the book by its cover. I'm something different. I'm some kind of special. I really matter. I matter in a hand. I'm doing security detail. Somebody got to do it. Right-handed man's already getting stuck doing it. That's why y'all don't see me. Why wasn't you there? Because I'm watching his back, all right? I love y'all and I'm out.
Love you, bro. That's my brother right there. He's my brother for real. Okay, we had right here. We have you right here coming up here. And then we have my brother over here. He's talking to Nas. Yeah, go ahead, step up here. I can help you up. You want help?
Gotta go. Oh, my fault. Ooh, it's hot too. It's hot too. Man, everybody think I'm working with the police throwing out chemicals and shit. Here we go. We wipe it down.
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! I got ice. Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
We really need to talk about this. So to let you know, there's the only private prison in Washington State. It has 1,575 beds, and ICE and Border Patrol makes money for every single bed that they fill every night.
Preach.
And it wasn't supposed to be that big. This facility, which was built on toxic sludge, all of the water is contaminated. We don't know how long those people will live. The facility started as a 500-bed facility, and it has ballooned over the years. It's the only private prison in this state, and we need to defund it. We need to get rid of it. We need to abolish ICE.
Okay guys, I'm going to shut this crap off. You got these libtards carrying on about a whole lot of crap. And excuse my French, but it's not as bad as theirs, believe me. So we're going to head off and have a good evening, and please take care and be safe.